Radio Raheem here with Danny Jacobs once again, showing up as Daniel.
Thank you.
Stellar wear there, sir.
Thank you.
I'm glad that tonight was a success, I think, not just for you personally, but it was a successful card.
Yeah.
People seem to get their money's worth and were entertained. One thing I saw, though, was you seem to be pressing for the knockout, which is not something that I'm accustomed to seeing from you. Can you talk to me about knowing what was at stake tonight, knowing this was like the maiden voyage for Matchroom and all that? How much does that play into your performance tonight? And do you think that that was undue pressure or a positive pressure?
I don't think it was any pressure. I think me hurting him early on was kind of a gift and a curse, and that drove the reason for me wanting to really hurt the guy. But him avoiding those punches and grabbing and holding made it very, very hard for me, and I think that's what kind of made me overextend a little bit much opposed to putting my combinations together. But hey, listen, you know, when a guy is in survival mode, it's really hard to be impressive. It's really hard to, you know, look good when he holds and makes it ugly. He made it an ugly fight. I mean, let's just face it. But much respect to him. We went in there and we did the best that we can do. You always can go back and say you can change this and change that, and that's what's about being a student of the game. You know, I love studying what I do wrong, and hopefully I can fix it in the future.
Fortunately, I was close enough to be able to really gauge your facial expressions. You seem to be going through an emotional journey through the fight, which, of course, fighters do, but they don't often wear it the way you did. What's going through your mind during the process of the fight, and was this fight any different than others?
Obviously, with the magnitude of this fight, even though the caliber of the fighter wasn't the biggest, but what it represented to me was so much more. I think this was the start of something that could be really, really epic with my new promotion and network behind me. And I don't really think it added pressure, but you have to understand, like I've said before, when a guy is in there and he's in survival mode, it's really, really hard to, you know, stop a guy or look impressive when he has the grappling techniques. And, you know, he kept going to his side, but it's all about the experience for me, and I'm glad I won 12 solid rounds, and I believe I won every one. And I go back to the drawing boards to see what I can do better.
Was he frustrating you? Were you recalculating? Like, I want to get into, like, what was happening. Because I was sitting there trying to figure out what you were thinking because there was so much expression on your face.
No, see, I must admit, you know, I wasn't expecting for him to run or box, however you want to put it. I was expecting for him to stay in the middle of the ring like he said he was. You know, this whole build-up that I had a suspect chin and this whole build-up that I run in fights really got in the back of my head, and I wanted to see what he was about. I wanted to see if all that talk was real, and it was just a bluff. So it showed. My frustration showed, but I have a great corner. They told me to relax just a little bit more and put my combinations together. And I think in the second portion of the fight, that's when I started to let my punches go. And once he started to hold a little bit more, I kind of pushed him off me and go to the body. So, you know, we tried our best. But with a guy, like I said, when a guy's in survival mode, it's kind of hard to really look sharp and successfully dominant.
The middleweight division is full of big punchers at the top.
Yeah.
Were you surprised that you weren't able to put him down twice, certainly not knock him out? And did he have was it his chin that kept him in the fight, or was it something that you need to recalculate or recalibrate when it comes to your power?
I don't think it's a power issue. I think it's a matter of landing the right shots. And I think, you know, I have to gain more experience when a guy is in survival mode to learn how to get him out of there. But he had a very awkward style. He's not the traditional type of fighter. He's a good fighter, but like I said, when he was in survival mode, he did a lot of things that were kind of awkward. And the holding and the grappling and the hitting behind the head was very, very frustrating. I'm just glad that I came out unscathed, and I'm hurt and I'm in good health, and vice versa. I'm glad he's in good health, and we can just go on and continue our careers.
You know, there's at least 3 fighters out there that I'm sure are at the top of your list. 2 belt holders, obviously Triple G and Saunders, and then Canelo, because he's always in the conversation.
Yeah.
What do you think next would make the most sense for you? Like, which fight continues you on this path that you want to go on and get you in line to maybe challenge Triple G again?
Well, it's really not one particular fight. It's just greatness, and that's what I'm chasing. I'm chasing to be the best fighter that I can possibly be. And whoever it is that I'm stepping inside the ring with, I just have to look impressive and be good. And that's how the fans are able to say this guy is the best. Obviously, they consider, maybe Triple G or Canelo to be above me at this moment, but all I can do is do my job. And, however they judge it, it's up to them. But once I step in the ring with those guys, then that'll be the telling tale.
Do you put Saunders and Lemieux in the same category as Triple G and Canelo?
No, absolutely not. I think they may be the B level type of guys. No disrespect to them, because they're dangerous at what they're dangerous at. B.J. Saunders is a great boxer, and David Lemieux is a great puncher. But those guys, to me, are very limited, and I think I have more attributes and between my power, between my skills, and my variation of different things that I can do inside the ring, I think I'm I'm a little notch above those guys.
With Matchroom behind you now, HBO behind you now, obviously that fight, Saunders Lemieux, takes place on HBO. Are you demanding that fight? Is that a fight that you feel like you can get made?
I'm demanding every fight, but obviously that's the one that makes the most sense because they're fighting right now. And when we go up there to Montreal and watch to see who the winner is, we're going to call them out because, when I did call out David Lemieux and I did call out B.J. Saunders, they had future plans. They said, not right now, I have bigger things to do. And obviously this makes sense for them. So take care of your business, do what you have to do, but I'm right here next. And if you avoid me now, then we know you're just scared.
So you're going to be ringside in Montreal?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Lastly, at least about other fighters, if this Triple G Canelo fight does happen, two parts. Do you think it's necessary? I realize the money is there and all that stuff, but was the first fight decisive enough? Is this just a money fight in the rematch? And do you see anything different happening in the second fight?
Yeah, with the confidence that I have, with the experience that I have now, and the game plan that we will have in the next fight, meaning the rematch with Triple G, if it does happen, I do see a lot of things changing. I'm a confident guy now, and I know that these judges like aggression, because the hit and be hit, part of boxing is underrated. The master class where you can perform and be the Floyd Mayweather type of style fighter is kind of underrated. I guess these guys or the judges rather, like more aggression. So I'll be a little bit more aggressive in the next fight.
When I said a money fight and the first fight was decisive, I was referring to Triple G and Canelo,
okay.
Not you. Although I did like hearing your new approach to Triple G. But does Canelo need a new approach to Triple G? And do you feel like he earned the rematch?
I don't know. I don't really want to comment on that. I wish the best of them, both of them, the best of luck in their careers. But I'm just coming for them. I don't have any comments on how they can do against each other because I'm chasing them. I want to fight them. And like I said, much respect to them. But sooner or later they're going to have to end up fighting Daniel Jacobs if I continue to climb that ladder of success.
Are you taking your sabbatical now in the UK? Am I talk to you next with a little bit of a British accent?
Oh man, shout out to the UK fans, man. They're awesome fans, and through social media, they was able to reach out to me and show me so much love and support. Eddie Hearns has done a tremendous job with promoting me, not just in America, but in the UK. So it's just going to continue to grow. My brand is going to continue to grow, and hopefully these guys recognize me to be a real force this time.
Radio Raheem with Danny Jacobs. Victoria's here at Nassau Coliseum. Great to watch you perform. Can't wait to see you in the ring again. Wonderful show. Radio Raheem with Danny Jacobs.